Kung gaano katagal mawawala ang Pico Sure. Hindi ko po alam, siguro mga 2 days. Normally naman pag mga laser, 2 to 3 days, depende sa pag-heal ng face. Eh, sabi talaga wag mag-makeup. Kaya, hindi ako makapag-makeup today. Hindi ko matatakpan yung red face ko. Kahit na mapupunta to sa aking YouTube channel. Bahala na. Push na natin, 'di ba? May ano to, may resibo itong pagka-red face ko today. Ganun po talaga. Ganun po talaga. Okay lang po yan. Tanggapin niyo po may mga pangyayari talaga sa buhay na buong mukha mo ay pula. Excited na ako makausap si Roberta dahil alam niyo ba itong si Roberta ay isa sa mga, for me that night, talagang a real standout. Kaya, di ba nag-tweet nga ako na sabi ko mukhang pang Grand International talaga yung stand, yung performance, yung datingan. At alam niyo na, hindi nagkamali ang kumare ninyo. Tumama. Kaya malaman na natin, marami tayong mga questions na mga gusto itanong sa kanya, ibaba nyo lang dyan sa comsec para mabasa ko at matanong natin si Roberto kung may mga gusto ba kayong mga inquiries, kung may mga gusto pa kayong clarifications, kung mga gusto pa kayong mga questions that were never answered, i-comment nyo lang po dyan dahil itatanong natin yan. Hashtag tamondongin sinawat. Tamondongin sinawat. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng tamondongin? Is that a new word? Is that tamondongin sinawat? Tama ba? Is that a word? Or baka hindi ako aware? Is that in the dictionary? Ah, talaga? Tagalog ba yon? Tamondongin is ipanalo? Nako, baka naman pinagloloko niyo ako. Gullible pa naman ako minsan. Hashtag ni Tita Lavinia kay Roan. Talaga? Totoo ba yan? Parang nagjo-joke kayo. Parang ayokong maniwala. Tagalog na deep word. Ah, hindi siya Tagalog. Ay, naku, ewan ko sa inyo. So, wala kayong kwentang kausap today. Magawa-gawa po tayo ng mga words. Muntik na ako maniwala doon, ah. Nakakaloka kayo. Kamusta na ang aking kulto dyan? Buhay pa ba tayo? Sana mag-ano tayo end of this month. Kaso naku, mukhang mahirap naman kayo kausap. Hindi naman kayo nag-aakyatan dito. Kahit pa mag 9 windows ako dito at naka-open lahat, mga angko lang ang umaakyat dito. At yung mga yung mga kuya na mga hindi nagpapakita, tas nasa kadiliman. 'Di ba? Kahit na mag-alat ako ng isang araw sa inyo, isang oras akong may stress dahil wala umaakyat na kulto. Sige, dyan lang kayo sa baba. Mukhang gustong-gusto niyo naman dyan. Alam niyo na pag-usapan namin yun ng kaibigan ko. Sabi ko talaga, etong mga Gen Z, mga social media people yung napakaingay sa social media, napaka-opinionated on social media. Pag na-meet mo in person, oh my goodness, they don't even talk. They don't know how to open their mouth. Kasi ang mga millennials, personality. Hello? Introverted with personality. 'Di ba? Kaya namin lumabas and makipaghalubilo sa mga tao. Ito namang mga Gen Z na ano, grabe, ang gagaling mag-edit sa social media, effect, ganyan, ideas, creativity, nandyan. Pag kinita mo in person, ako kulang na lang talaga, mabaon sila sa lupa. Ayaw talaga magsalita, mga shy type. Yung parang, ang switch nila nandun lang sa social media, doon na nag-on yung personality nila. Kailangan nating yan. Lalo na siguro itong pandemic, talagang pinalala talaga, no? Naging shy type na kayo talaga malala. Kaya yan talaga ang kasi napapansin ko rin yan siguro sa mga performer. Kasi iba yung, alam mo yung mga singer nagpa-perform on stage, pag napansin mo yung mga millennial, they are very good in connecting to the people, talagang ganun. Pag mga Gen Z, more on performance lang, hindi masyado yung connection, hindi masyado yung chika sa mga nanonood. I don't know, that's just my observation, and nung nag-usap nga kami ng friend ko, kasi parang sabi ko, oo nga no, the same palang observation mo. 'Di ba? Iba. Kaya, at kausap ko kanina yung mga friends ko dito sa probinsya. Sabi nila, na LSS daw sila sa Binibining Pilipinas song ng SB19. Same. Na LSS din ako. Sobrang ganda kasi ng sobrang ganda ng version nila. At ano pala, itong SB19 pala ay very international na. International pala ang packaging ng mga ito. Hindi to basta-basta nagigest sa mga ano. Kaya very lucky tayo sa Binibining Pilipinas na pinaunlakan nila. Sample, ba't naman ako magsasample? Hindi po ako SB19, I'm SB30. Wag po tayong mag-request ng sample. Kasi iba, iba po yung maririnig nyo. Baka masira lang. Baka masira yung magagandang imahinasyon ninyo at mga masasamang alaala yung matera. Huwag na natin palitan yung mga magagandang alaala ninyo. Kasi ako rin ang ganda na ng naririnig ko sa, alam mo yan, yung pag nagpe-play siya sa utak ko, maganda na eh. Tapos baka pag kinanta ko, baka yung boses ko yung pumalit. No? Huwag naman sana. Mahirap yun. Sayaw. Ganon. Ang dami mong request. Magbagsak ka kaya? Malapit-lapit na. Malapit-lapit na ang pag-join sa atin ni Miss Roan. Bakit nga ba Roan? I thought Roberta. Pero ang cute ng name niyang Roberta, no? Tanungin natin sa nagmula yan. Kasi may pagka, boyish eh. Robert. Actually, maganda, no, Robert? Tapos biglang ang Diyosa-Diyosa pala nang lumabas. Uy, Robert! Nasaan si Robert? Nasaan to si Robert? Kung ganun yung kanyang nickname. Tapos yung lumabas, napakaganda. Dapat ganun ang galawan. Roberta, asawa ni Roberto. Baka galing sa dad niya. Tanungin natin sa kanya maya-maya. And anytime, we'll be joined by Roberta Tamondong, our Binibining Pilipinas Grand International 2022. Yan, we'll be waiting for her. Magjo-join na yan siya sa atin. Manifesting first. I am also manifesting. Roberta Ann Tamondong. Rat. R-A-T. Ang ganda ng The girl will surely win. May kumakanta na sa baba, oh. Yung lyrics ng Binibining Pilipinas. Ayan. Anytime, if you're here, Roberta, you can come join us. Dahil maraming mga nag-aantay sa iyo dito. Robbie. Ang cute ng Robbie. Dapat ang itawag na natin sa kanya, Robbie. Para bagong persona. Robbie, come and join us. Actually, nang tinitignan ko yung messages ko sa kanya, in-invite ko pala siya na ma-guest before nung candidate pa lang siya. Parang hindi natuloy, Kasi hindi ko naubos talaga eh. Medyo konti lang eh. Eto, minessage ko na siya. Let's try to, kung magi-guest ba natin yung runner-ups din. I think kaya naman. Pagsabay na lang natin si Stacy and may nakita ko sa Facebook post na may international pageant din si Harleen, right? I think she has an international pageant. Yeah. So, maganda rin pala na i-guess natin siya para matanong natin kung anong mga preparation, anong mga balita ko, gagamit siya ng translator. Saan kaya manggagaling yung translator? How sure are we na maganda yung pagkakatranslate? Roberta, if you're here, come join us. At may mga inaayos pa po kaming mga pasabog na guest for the end of this month's stream. Kaya huwag kayong mawawala, join nyo kami dahil alam nyo na, masaya ang mga susunod kong mga stream, ang mga inaabang-abangan ninyo. Huwag kayong mawawala. Ilang days na lang po, ilang streams na lang po ang natitira sa amin. Kaya paghahandaan po namin yan. Roby! Taray, nagpala desisyon, Roby. Roby na talaga. Nasa na kaya siya? Is you here? Is you here in this stream? I-message niyo na si Miss Roby, sabihin niyo nag-aantay tayo. Uy, hindi naman 9 magjo-join yun. Alam niyang 8:15. Baka na traffic lang. Kasi alam ko medyo nahihirapan siya sa internet connection kasi kanina sabi niya malakas daw yung ulan kahapon. And naputol yung internet connection nila. Tapos medyo bumalik-balik daw kanina. So sana hindi masyadong umulan kanina at hindi naapektuhan ang kanyang internet connection. Actually, dito sa province, medyo malakas ang ulan the past few days. Medyo, manonood ka ba ng pageant ni Celeste? Depende. Oh, yes, may lindol. May lindol kanina. Pag data, mahirap talaga mag-join. Anong pageant ang manonood ka? Naglinog ka ina sa Iloilo. Ay, naku. Mukhang lumindol nga. Kanina sa Mindanao yata, no? Meron din. 8:20. Sana andyan na. Roberta, we're waiting for you. Come and join us. Manonood ka ba ng MGI sa Indonesia? Actually, I'm considering that. Kasi my bestie, alam nyo na, taga-Indonesia. So that would be a good reunion since I haven't seen her for so long. This is the longest time na hindi kami nagkita since naging super close kami. Kaya I think I would have a heavier reason to go there and stay longer para taray ni Valeria nag-join ulit sa MU Puerto Rico. Sino si Valeria? Anong cheka mga mare? Nag-join ng Puerto Rico, Miss Universe? But I don't think you can join Miss Universe twice. Miss Universe Colombia 2021. Huh? I don't know the rules ha. Pero baka pag ibang country na ang i-represent mo, you still can. I'm not sure. Kamukha ni Valeria. Kamukha. Actually, no. Baka paano kung pwede kang naging Miss Universe ka na from Roberta is not here yet. Oo nga, wala pa siya. We're waiting for her. Darating din yan. Minessage ko na rin siya. Paano kung dalawa ang dual citizen ka and then you already joined Miss Universe in this country tapos sumali ka ulit sa ibang bansa tapos nanalo ka din? Papayag kaya ang Miss Universe? I think wala silang magagawa, no? Kung nanalo ka naman. Kasi ang requirement lang naman nila ay nanalo ka sa respective country na sinalihan mo. Naku, madam! Nandito pa kaya ang ating MGI? Ano kaya ang ipapalit nila sa swimsuit wear sa MGI? Let's ask. Minsan po talaga nagdadaldal ako hanggang 30 minutes pag hindi pa nakakapasok ang ating guest. Dahil hindi natin, minsan talaga wala tayong control sa internet connection. May mga guest tayo na nahihirapan talagang pumasok. Or hindi, like one time si Tony Labrusca na sa Amerika hindi nagising kasi umaga sa kanya tas gabi sa atin. Hindi siya nagising on time dahil lumabas siya the night prior to the stream. At least the next day, 'di ba, nakabawi naman. Oo, nakakaloka. So may mga ganun po talagang eksena sa amin dito sa Kumu. Come with me. Pero normally naman dumarating naman. For the checka ng 1 hour. For the walang guest ng 1 hour, ganun. Naku, ayos na yun si Roberta kasi everyday yata silang may event. Ayos na yan. So may balita na mawawala na ang swimwear ng MGI. Am I correct? Alam nyo ang anong ipapalit dyan. Meron silang segment na project proposal. So magkakaroon ng sportswear po kasi Indonesia is a Muslim country. Yes. Pero, paano kaya sa Miss Indonesia, hindi ba sila nag-aano, hindi ba sila nagso-sportswear sa mga pageant sa Indonesia? Actually, hindi ko rin sure. Ayan na! Ayan na! Mahirap talaga. Feeling ko nahihirapan talaga siya with her internet connection. Grachi, thank you! So we'll just have to wait. We need to be very, very patient. At kailangan nating mag-pray lahat na umayos ang kanyang internet connection para makapasok na siya. Kailangan ng ating mga black magic. 'Di ba? Nako, kung nakapanood po kayo live, kung nagagandahan kayo sa kanya ng ganito, nako, grabe po sa live 'yan. Yung impact niya sa stage, at talagang stage presence, performance, and everything. Alam mo talagang eto hanggang dulo, may corona. Makikita mo talaga. Super ganda sa personal. Yes. Body proportion, height, face, lahat. Yung kakabahan na naman po ang ibang mga kandidata sa Miss Grand International. Hindi na naman nila kung anong gagawin. Hindi naman nila alam kung ano ang mga preparasyon at mga gagawin nila. Ay, hindi ka namin naririnig. Naku. Baba ka ulit tapos akyat ka. Walang sound. It's okay. Nandito pa naman kami. Nag-aantay kami. We will wait for you. Very, very patient kami dito. I-X mo lang ulit, leave ka ulit, tapos akyat ka ulit. Para, or i-refresh mo yung wifi. Ayan na siya.
Hi!
Yay! And hello everyone! Another day, another stream, and today we are with Binibining Pilipinas Grand International 2022, Roberta Tamondong.
Hello po! Hello,
Congratulations!
Andrew!
First of all, congratulations on winning the crown. Hindi ko talaga makalimutan yung saya ng mukha mo nung tinawag kang Miss Grand International. Yung, alam mo yung lahat ng girls happy naman pag tinatawag, nakokoronahan, di ba? Pero yung smile mo and happiness mo that day, it really seems like you got what you wanted. Tama ba yung naramdaman ko?
Me and my family, like, dinidream talaga namin yung Miss Grand International Philippines na crown. And, during that time, I felt a little bit of nervousness and also doubt. Kasi nga, I could have done better.
Mm-mm.
So, my sisters, my family has always been telling me na you got this, Tiwala lang. You just pray to the Lord and you will receive what you have been praying for. And it did naman. I'm super happy. And I'm super grateful for my support system at that time. Siguro if I have like like pag wala akong faith sa sarili ko at that time, I won't be even like crowned as a winner. But I'm really grateful.
Yes, totoo, totoo 'yan. Kasi 'pag nasa competition ka, talagang yung faith mo naman talaga dapat nasa sarili mo, 'no?
Mm.
Kasi paano mo ma-manifest yung mga bagay na gusto mo kung hindi ka naniniwala na kaya mo?
Mm.
Ay,
Tama.
lalakasan daw yung boses. Mahina ba yung boses? Naririnig ko naman siya. Nahihinaan po ba kayo? I think okay naman. Yeah, for me, your audio is good naman.
Okay, thank you, Ate Jay.
Yan, it's good naman. So speaking of, you mentioned na you could have done better. So
Mhm.
eto na nga, upon being crowned as Binibining Pilipinas Grand, may mga tao na, lagi naman yan, may mga tao talaga will always doubt you because, maybe they wanted someone else to get that, or maybe they just wanted you to improve, or mga critics lang talaga na they meant good naman, they meant well naman. Some people are saying na bakit siya nanalo, hindi naman okay yung question and answer niya. Although we all know na ang pagpili ng corona, hindi lang naman talaga nakabase sa question and answer because that's just a little part of the whole criteria of choosing a winner, di ba? Do you think you could have done better in that area?
You know, my favorite was always been Q&A. So, nung binigay sa akin yung question na yun, dun talaga nag-click in after I answer na I could have done better talaga if I could just hear the audio clearly. Because I didn't hear the audio clearly eh. And that's one of the things that that define me na feeling ko na hindi ako mag-place into the top 6. And, pasarela-wise, Q&A-wise, na-train na namin, nag-training na kami prior
Oo.
to the competition eh. It's
Mm-mm.
just really a matter of time during the coronation night. That certain moment, it's either gonna be your make or break moment.
Right.
So I'm really happy talaga for the BPCI for
Right.
having this faith and trust in me na I can be a queen in Miss Grand International Philippines and to represent our entire community on an international stage because this is the thing that I will learn from in Binibining Pilipinas. It's just like a stepping stone into an international stage. So whatever mistakes you did during the competition, it will not happen again. And I promise na I will learn from my mistakes and I will definitely improve in the next coming months.
So, saying na hindi clear yung audio, I wonder if you asked again, do you think, yung fear mo ba that time kung nagtanong ka ulit na mag-iiba yung tingin nila sa'yo?
Sa ano kasi, sinabi sa amin ng org na hindi sasabihin ulit yung question. So may fear talaga na if meron mang like technical issues or hindi man marinig, like sabi ko, sana hindi mangyari yun sa akin.
Mm.
Tapos nangyari yun sa akin, natatakot ako na magtanong ulit. Baka kasi sabihin nila, ay hindi nakikinig na mabuti, masyadong nananervous yung babae. So, I just went on and just perform as it is. And I'm happy naman that I did because, there's certain girls nga would love to be in my position.
Right.
And I would love to be an advocate and also like say something when it comes to what's on my mind. And from that moment on, nung hindi ko masyado narinig yung tanong, I just heard non-essential. So what my answer is, it really came from my heart and
Right.
what it really means.
Mm. Alam mo, may share ako na yung experience ko kasi when I won nung 2014, it was the same. Hindi ko narinig. Kasi yung in my case naman, yung nagtanong kasi sa akin, the reigning Miss Universe, Gabriela Isler, who came from Venezuela. So yung accent niya is medyo mahirap sa kanyang yung English. Yung pagkakasabi niya ng mga words, medyo kung Filipina ka and then hindi ka masyadong sanay sa pagbabanggit nila ng English through their language, may hirapan ka. So she asked me something like, what's the advantage? And honestly, I heard avalanche. Sabi niya, "What's the advantage?" And then I said, "I'm sorry." Buti na lang talaga si Ann Curtis was there. At naintindihan niya yung tanong. Sinabi niya sa akin the advantage.
Sana nangyari din yun sa'kin, nagtanong ako.
Oo. Sinalo niya ako. Sinabi niya the advantage. Sabi niya, the advantage. So, nag-gets niya na hindi ko naintindihan yung word na yun.
Mm.
And she really helped me kasi nagsabi talaga ako, "I'm sorry." Hindi ko talaga naintindihan yung tanong niya. "What's the avalanche?" Ganun siya. So, nangyayari po talaga yan on stage na
Yeah.
may mga cases na minsan kasi nga yung microphone, 'di ba, baka malayo sa mouth nila or just the way they just, sinabi yung mga words na hindi mo narinig given na kabado ka, turn mo na, nakatingin silang lahat sa'yo, ang daming tao, minsan humihiyaw pa yung mga tao habang nagtatanong. So, ang dami talagang factors na nangyayari. But, given the chance, for example, narinig mo yung question,
Oh,
ano sasagot mo? Ayan.
so the question is really a missing essential. So I'm really grateful that I have a food, family, and shelter. Pero what's missing is the other people that has less, who doesn't have any food, who doesn't have a roof over their shoulder. And I think we, as a Filipino community, could really focus on prioritizing our marginalized community. And I think in that sense, we could build a better future where all of those missing essentials isn't going to be one of our problems, and we will live in a world in a better place. Thank you.
Yes! O, 'di ba? Kahit pa
Kaya
nasagot
narinig
o
ko na.
hindi, kokorona pa rin. Alam niyo, totoo yan. The missing essential talaga is the essential that cannot be provided to the
Mm-mm.
less fortunate.
Yes.
Kasi the essential may be available, but it's never available for everyone. Di ba?
Mm-mm.
It's
Kaya
not.
nga, I always pray to God that thank you for all of the blessings, because like many people isn't like provided with what I have now. Kaya let's be grateful of the little things that we have on our plate, and like what our families are bringing into our lives, because like experiencing this is such, like, I will like wholeheartedly embrace it with a grateful heart. Pero let's not deny the fact that people like doesn't have any like resources or even shelters that can provide them and their family. Kaya that's one of the things that I remember looking back from my Q&A. Pero talaga, yung non-essential talaga yung narinig ko.
Alam mo kasi, nung nag-umpisa na nga yung pageant, isa ka talaga sa mga favorite ko. Kasi pumipili ako ng favorite on stage na I don't wanna base my choices on who I know or like sino yung maingay sa social media. So hindi ako talaga nasa sway ng mga sikat sa social media. So when I saw you perform, sabi ko, naku, etong si Tamondong favorite ko kasi magaling. So eto na. Yung question and answer mo na, nakinig ako talaga kasi I really want you to do well kasi yun talaga yung parang 'di ba parang pag nag-leave ka talaga ng mark, obviously the judges will 'di ba fight for you in the deliberation room. Nakinig ako and then when I heard it, alam mo napakahirap ng tanong mo. It's not something like everyone can just easily think of an answer.
Mm-mm.
Alam ko yung nasa baba ngayon, ang dami niyong sagot ngayon dahil nabigyan kayo ng chance mag-isip. Pero kung nandun ka sa stage, yung tanong po ni Roberta, naku, napakahirap.
Yeah.
Actually, kinabahan talaga ako. Sabi ko, nataon pa sa kanya. Ang hirap-hirap ng...
Actually, I was looking at you nga, Ate MJ, and your face was like, kaya nga din ako kinabahan kasi ako nga din, hindi ko na marinig, hindi ko pa maintindihan.
Pero ang ganda ng pagkakaumpisa mo eh, napaka-ano ka na, yung relaxed. Yung sabi ko, oh, good thing relaxed siya. Mukhang okay, mukhang okay. And then I felt like nahirapan ka ng mag-recover.
Yeah, super. Kasi like the word I really heard was non-essential, and that's
Yes.
it. So, ano yung explain ko sa non-essential? Because all of us naman has an essential on our homes, on our daily lives. Ano pang missing essential?
Pero move on na tayo dahil may corona ka na. At eto na, ikaw na talaga ang Miss Grand International. Kiniklaim na talaga namin yan.
Claim na natin. fine.
Kasi alam mo, ang tagal na talagang pinagkakait sa Philippines itong Grand Crown na kahit
Mm.
every year nagpapadala talaga tayo ng best girl, best representative that we could ever send, performer, magaling sa Q&A.
Mm.
Laging, minsan nga, nandiyan na tayo, di ba? One step closer to the crown, di pa natin nakukuha. What do you think is missing? What do you think yung dapat talaga natin gawin to finally clinch that crown?
You know, I think it's not naman na missing, pero I think what they really want is a person who is like young na kasi ang sabi kasi ni Nawat na he wants a representative in either like in the Philippines or other parts of the country na medyo bata para potentially naman they can stay in Thailand and make use of their advocacy. So I think one of my edge then in Miss Grand International 2022 is definitely my age and my burning passion to win Miss Grand International. Kasi as you've said nga, ang dami nating pinapadalang high caliber and I want to fight for that crown on behalf of my Miss Grand sisters. Because sa sobrang tagal na nating walang Miss Grand International crown, I feel that it's time for us to bring back that golden crown. Kasi if you have that driving force or passion inside of you, lalabas yan sa coronation night or even the duration of the competition. Kaya there's no thing that's going to stop me from getting that crown. I'm going to focus 100% on the things that I lack, especially looking back on the coronation night. I know naman na what's my mistake, and that mistake will never happen again. I'm gonna push through and go for the crown. Mhm.
Alam mo, hindi sa pangaano, nararamdaman ko na mauuwi mo yung crown.
Pray lang. And
Totoo.
sana naman, nabasa ko sa comment, birthday gift na lang sa akin yun ni Sir Nawat. Kasi birthday ko yun eh.
Birthday mo yung that day?
Yung October 19 kasi birthday ko. So, the day
Ah,
after, sana naman.
alam mo manonood ako dun para bubulungan ko si Nawat. Char!
Ayun.
Parang gusto ko na talagang lumipad ng Indonesia at manood. Feeling ko makakauwi tayo ng corona.
Oh,
Oo.
grabe, ang lapit na. Whew, the pressure's
At
really.
at eto na sinawat nga, na-meet nyo, 'di ba? Maraming mga binibining nag-post. Anong pakiramdam mo? Anong feeling mo?
To be honest, I wasn't feeling anything nga eh, out of like excitement.
Oo,
Aside from excitement, wala na kasi like, that's Sir Nawat eh.
oo.
Like, he's the owner of Miss Grand International and the franchise all over the world. So, like, looking back during our intro, like very skeptical din ako kasi I don't know how does he feel? Is he okay? Because all of us seems to be really like talking to Sir Nawat at that time. But ako, I just want to like have a nice conversation with him. Pero hindi nagkaroon ng time because of like his plans going to the States afterwards. But I just like sneak a little bit of a picture with him kasi it's one of the nice moments then to have with Sir Nawat. And of course, me going to Jakarta or either Bali, Indonesia would be a sentimental like thing for me to like show to Sir Nawat in the future. Mm-mm.
Yes. Ano naman ang advocacy na ipupush mo sa Miss
I
Grand?
relate my advocacy kasi my advocacy is environmental awareness. I'm gonna relate it most into like ending wars in general because that's one of the advocacies in Miss Grand International, and I'm that type of person who doesn't want to bail on her advocacy at that moment because of the other advocacy in the other pageantry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge my advocacy and the existing advocacy of Miss Grand to make it seem more like we can target it in an environmental way because afterwards what do we got? Like ang daming mga kalat sa gilid, like a lot of like
Environmental damage, right?
wreck, diba? So what I can really push through when it comes to that is just having that safe space, having that safe space when it comes to like people who are homeless and people who
who are like living in an environment where it's not really helpful for them.
Right.
So I'm really happy with Miss Grand International's advocacy, focusing on ending wars,
Right.
because you know, as the saying goes, like war isn't one of our options when it comes to what's happening all over the world. What matters is we have a nice communication with the people that we encounter on a daily basis, and with that I can we can prevent wars from happening in the future. So as an advocate for that, I wish I do hope that all of the people who are watching now can support or even donate a little amount of money can help because of what's happening in Ukraine and Russia, because right now I'm still researching, and there's still things that is happening in their country. And what do we do as an advocate or as people who are witnessing these types of things? What we can do is to really reach a helping hand virtually, or even Filipinos. We are known for embracing or welcoming refugees. So I hope in the future in the Philippines we can really embrace or welcome the refugees coming from Ukraine, because that's what we really want right now.
Actually, ang ganda ng point mo kasi nga seeing all the videos and the pictures of what's happening, the ongoing war that's happening in Ukraine right now, the environmental damage, you really can't ignore that, 'di ba? Lahat. And at the same time, all the bombings, mga puro chemicals yun eh. You're not only damaging what's existing there, you're also damaging the lives, the health, lahat damay-damay na talaga yun. And at the same time, climate change has been a war. There has been an ongoing war for the longest time kasi there's still a lot of people who doesn't even believe that it exists.
And that
So,
hurts me so much because it's still relevant, it's happening, and climate crisis or even climate change can be a detrimental factor for not only in our community but also globally. So imagine 10 to 15 years from now, we are like having problems with our oxygen, or even in our environment, less like over polluted communities in our cities. So we don't want that. What I want is to have a small changes, because the small changes can go a long way when it comes to making a big impact of change. That's what I really want. Hindi naman yung grabing, ay, okay, let's do this, like as a whole, gawin na nating lahat. Kasi, like, ending climate crisis, hindi lang naman yun yung, okay, it's done. It
right.
should be, like, step by step. Kasi,
Mhm.
hindi naman yun may end agad-agad eh. And I know for a fact, 15 years from now, it's still not going to end. That's why we need to maintain it, or even better, lessen it. Mm-mm.
It's a process and we need consistency to be able to succeed, 'di ba? Sa changing the environment. But in small little ways tayo sa sarili natin, we can make an impact, may it be big or small. Alam mo, I can really sense the passion whenever you speak about your advocacy at such a young age. And we know naman na that you already won a national title sa ibang pageant. Where did it where did this started? This passion to pageantry and really fighting for your voice to be heard. Saan ba nanggaling to sa'yo?
It really started when my father introduced me into pageantry. I wasn't really into pageantry noon because I was playing volleyball and basketball at that time. But like 2 or 3 years after that, when my dad like went into a certain camp, introduced me to some of the mentors, I really know that this is what I dream about like doing in the future. Kasi, being a beauty queen isn't only just like strutting on the stage, being glammed up, like smiling for over 3 hours. It's not there. It's more than that. Like, we became a voice of the voiceless, and that's why I'm really pushing for like joining pageantry even at the young age, because we need women who can be empowered at an early age, who is like a young girl, like wanting to be a beauty queen because of her passion and purpose. So being a beauty queen isn't something like you can be beautiful, but you don't have any drive or passion in doing so. You need to do both. You need to be passionate about what you do, just like me. The environmental advocate started when I was like when my dad bought a lot of plants at home, and I got super interested in taking care of plants. So I told to myself, how can I help other people as well into taking care of their own plants? So my father like taught me how to preserve that plant, and eventually right now being an ambassador of DNR, I can for sure say that I'm educating younger generation on how to take care of our environment. And that is the thing that can really impact not just the surroundings in your community, but also as a whole, because it's really important for us to look forward in the future of what the future holds for us. Right now, like the future of our generation is definitely our children, and the children really need to be like informed about what's happening. Can't be all the time nice about what's happening in our community. There's little things naman that can open their expectation, open their eyes when it comes to realities speaking. Kaya I'm really happy on what I'm doing.
Ang
Mm-mm.
cute naman, no, in your case, kasi ang dami kong mga kaibigan, it's always the mom, eh. It's
Mm-mm.
always the mom who's like, my mom told me about her pageant dreams. Like, my mom really, wanted to be a beauty queen. Or like, my mom was a fan of Binibini. In your case, it was your dad. Paano? May mga crush ba siyang beauty queen? Nanonood ba siya ng pageants before?
Nabibigla lang ako kay dad kasi yung friend niya kasi he's a talent manager. So,
Mm-mm.
you know naman what's the best naman for her daughter is to go into like pageantry or even near showbiz. So, una talaga gusto ko maging model, like runway
Oo.
model.
Your
But you know,
height and everything, yeah. Perfect model.
I was just amazed by the thought of pageantry in general. Kaya
Mm-mm.
sabi ko, Papa, okay, thank you for everything, lalo na sa pagiging beauty queen ko. So, ang ginawa ko lang doon ay just train every single day because I really look up to beauty queens as, flying into thin air, like with their heels. Even you, Ate MJ, napapanood ko yun. Like my dad and my mom always watch Binibining Pilipinas every single year. Naalala ko yung pinapanood ko kayo even internationally, nanonood kami sa live stream or even dun sa sa cable net namin. So sabi ko, gusto ko din maging beauty queen, sayang naman yung height.
Oo.
Oo.
And what's better is that you're supported by your parents. Iba kasi yung suporta ng pamilya and you know that they're there, 'di ba? For
Yeah.
you.
Mm. Kaya
And and
feeling
ikaw talagang masipag ka mag-train kasi saka Miss World pa lang talagang at such a young age nakauwi ka na agad ng corona, 'di ba? Nakapag-international pageant ka ba nun?
yes po, I joined Miss Eco Teen International, and thankfully
Pinigil,
nanalo ako.
'di
Because
ba?
that's one of the things that I find really challenging because we
Oo.
prepare for only 6 days. And I think that's one of the things then that I can learn from my past experience in Miss Grand International. Like given the like 1.5 month of preparation, I can really learn from that experience and be more prepared during the coronation night.
Oh, ayan naman pala, nanalo na ng international pageant. Wala nang kaba 'to. Alam na niya yung mga i-e-expect niya sa international pageant.
Like dun ako like kinakabahan, like pag sasabihin na lang, "Ay hindi kinakabahan 'to." Like kakabahan ako 'pag hindi ako kinakabahan. Like it's a natural thing for a person to feel na hindi na kakabahan ka. Like even
Oo.
other people experience nervousness like all the time. Kaya kakabahan na talaga ako 'pag hindi ako kinakabahan, Ate MJ.
Kasi feeling mo hindi ka magpe-perform. Pero okay din naman. Kaya now I understand why you're very calm and collected on stage. Talagang you really know how to handle yourself. Kasi yung experience mo umabot na talaga ng international crown.
Pero
But,
you know what, Ate MJ, one of the like hardest pageants talaga that I ever joined is Binibining
Mm.
Pilipinas. Without a doubt, one of the hardest competition that I ever witnessed during those times because it can challenge
Yes.
you
In what
mentally. Mm-mm.
mentally?
And physically also, and during those restless nights, and then comes the coronation night, it's just a matter of time na it's a battle of the fittest talaga, survival of the fittest when it comes to the coronation night eh. That's why I really applaud to my 39 other sisters because it's really a tough challenge, not just for me but for them. And I hope my Binibini sisters are doing well right now. If you're watching, I really miss you girls.
Alam mo, I really applaud as well all the other candidates of Binibining Pilipinas because as far as I remember, this is the first time of me watching Binibining Pilipinas where on the first part of Binibini, they had to cut it into 12 and they were
Yes.
not given the chance to walk in swimsuit or even gown. So it's like you've been preparing for your gown for the longest time and like your body to walk in swimsuit. And just like that, wala na. You didn't had the chance to showcase what you've got. So
Yeah.
for you to just surpass that night, talagang you need so much courage, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Yung talagang your heart needed to be extra brave just to
Yeah.
smile and to continue even though you know that you're already out of the competition. Talagang oh my god, my heart really feels for them that
Yeah,
night.
I know.
Kasi ang hirap-hirap talagang tanggapin na 12 pa lang yung kinuha. Sobrang short na agad ng cut on the first part of the pageant. And
All
ayun.
of us are really deserving talaga. I met Ati Nika Bernardo like 2 days ago, and I gave her the biggest hug. Kasi it's been a while since I've seen her, and to see her at that moment, like she was really one of the closest binibinis that I ever talked to eh. Kaya I'm really happy that we met again, and I just hope that she does well on her future endeavors kasi she's super good, super deserving niya din. All of them are deserving.
Roberta, if ever or when you take home the
Mhm.
Miss Grand International crown, is
Mhm.
it going to be, since we already know that you already took an international crown and it didn't stop you from pursuing another international crown, and given a chance that you take home this crown this time, is there any chance that you're going to pursue another international crown after this? Given that you're very young, you have all the time in the world to rest and then join again.
Oh, that's a really nice thing at the MJ because I just after this, if ever that like the stars may align for me on October 25 in Miss Grand International, if ever that I will win, definitely I'm gonna focus more on our advocacy, and also maybe after that I'm just going to rest, maybe focus more on my school because education is really important, and my parents really want me to go back to school as early as now, and I can't do it because I'm preparing in an
Daming
international
ginagawa.
pageant.
Mm-mm.
But I'm gonna take some rest, maybe like learn again from that experience in Miss Grand, and maybe in the future I'm not going to close any doors yet in pageantry. I'm still very young, and I know that Binibini is super supportive for me and my future, and Binibini is going to be in my heart 100% because they have been molded me, they molded me into the person that I am, and I couldn't be this queen as your Miss Grand Philippines, being being stable and being dedicated if it wasn't for them.
Kasi you know what I've seen in Harnaz Sandu, our Miss Universe 2022? She's 21 and I can sense that maturity and that, passion for her responsibilities being Miss Universe. I can sense that with you, seeing you on stage. Kasi sometimes when you see young women joining pageantry, you just know that they're young by the looks of like how they carry themselves on stage. You just know that they're very young because yung dating talaga iba.
Yeah.
But with you, given that you were 19, hindi ka nadadala ng age mo. You don't even look like, you're so clueless or like just enjoying whatever it is right now or like what's happening here. Parang I'm really here to compete. I'm here and I am ready to take whatever responsibility that you're going to give me. And we can see that in you. So I
Oh,
really know that you can I know that you can accomplish, maybe be the first girl who win three big international crowns in the future, who knows? Baka pwede mangyari yan because I really, very ano ka eh, fighter ka eh.
yes, so
Uh,
thank you for
we are
flying
rooting for
as
you.
fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Lalaban lang din tayo until the
Oo.
end.
Oo.
Mm.
And last, saan nga ba nanggaling ang Roberta?
Roberto
Napaka-cute
came from
naman
my
ng
grandfather's name.
Oo.
His name
Ah!
is Roberto Tamondong. And
Oo.
Angela came from my grandfather's name also on my mom's side, which is Angelo Santos. So, they merged the two together. So, my name is Roberta Angela, and it's a very unique name. I don't. I at first when I was growing up, I usually don't like the name Roberta.
Oo.
But other people kept saying that Roberta's unique. Roberta's
Right.
nice. It's a nice name. Like you can like
Sobrang cute nga eh. Sana pag sinasabi sana nilang, "Oy, nasaan na si Robert?" Tapos pagdating sobrang ganda na dumating.
tawag nga sa akin ng iba Rob. Isa lang.
Robbie,
Mm.
'di ba?
Kasi ang nickname ko talaga dati is Roan. Sabi
Oo,
ko, you can change your nickname, right? Sabi ko, really ba? Kasi it has been like with me since I was growing up eh.
right.
Sabi ko, change it into Robs. I think Robs are cool eh. You're cool, so you should be named Robs. You know who told me that? Nicole Borromeo.
Talaga. O sige, alam niyo na, Robs na ang itatawag natin sa kanya. Puwedeng mag-change ng nickname, ano ka ba?
Change lang ang nickname
Oo,
kasi ang hirap eh.
announcement dito, Robbie or Robs is the new nickname. Para magulat na lang sila, sino yon? Hindi nga, ang cute talaga. It's very, very unique. Robs for MGI. Oh,
Pag
ayun.
Ate MJ, malalaman mo pag galit na yung tao pag sinabing Roberta, like yung R yung
Or masyadong matigas na yung R.
naririnig ko yun sa mommy ko. Kaya,
Roberta!
yeah, exactly.
Sobrang cute!
Mm,
Well, ayan. Alam nyo na, aabangan na natin sa October something, 18, birthday niya. October 17, tama ba?
October 19.
October 19. Alam niyo
Yeah.
na, October 19 ha. Kung pwedeng lumipad kayo ng Indonesia, napakalapit lang po niyan, walang kailangang visa, kayang-kaya overnight.
Yeah.
Balikan. Magkita-kita po tayo and let's support sa lahat ng mga pa-hashtag and online voting. Kailangan po natin yan and let's spread her account dahil malaking tulong din na malaki yung reach ng candidate natin para talagang mahikayat yung organization to really choose this girl.
You
Kasi
know
they
what,
want someone.
MJ? I really want to add, like, I just want to ask the viewers to be, kind in all of the social media platforms because, Miss Grand is an amazing pageant, and I think it's time for us to set a positive light when it comes to supporting our candidates. So that's one of the things that I really want to say to our Filipino community.
Be nice na, wag na nating i-bash si Sir Nawat. Ano ba, paano tayo magkaka-corona kung inaaway natin?
Yeah.
Ngayon naman.
Oo.
Hindi pwede yun.
Love
Kayo,
lang.
ita kayo.
Oo.
Wag yung itag. Wag mo sasabihin kayo, itatag nyo pa kasi. Para manalo na, pag-uwi ni Roby, naka-golden crown na siya. Sa coronation night, pag nag-pass siya ng crown, di na kailangan isuot yung binibini crown. Dahil may golden crown na
Yan
siya.
na siya. I can feel it.
Oh, di ba? Alam mo, nararamdaman ko rin, I'm manifesting.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do my very, very best. And thank you so much for inviting me on your Kumu live because it has been months now since I've went on a live then, and it has been an honor for me to enter again the Communisans like live with you. So I'm really grateful and thankful for you at MJ and for supporting us Binibinis in our journey to the crown. Thank you.
Grabe. Robs. We support you and we love you here. And
Thank you.
we know and we believe that you're going to do your very best on that stage. And we can't wait for you to scream Philippines.
I'll send a voice memo then kasi I need to practice my Miss Grand Philippines kay. Kasi last time when I trained and screamed Philippines, like I kind of sounded like Ate Samber. I kind of sound like Ate Samber. So I'm gonna chat Ate Samber then on strategies on how to say Miss Grand Philippines in a uniquely beautiful way.
Alam mo, advice ko sa'yo, mag-voice lesson ka. I
Voice
really
lesson.
I really did a little bit of voice lesson para manggaling dito yung
Okay.
kasi yung pagsigaw ko ng Philippines from Binibini to Miss Universe iba, mas buo na yung boses ko.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for the advice. Gagawin ko na yan as soon as
Oo.
possible. Grabe, 6 weeks na lang, Ate MJ.
My gosh, kayang-kaya mo yan. At
Thank you po.
nandito ang mga Philippines na uhaw na sa MGI crown. Oo. Nasa likod mo lang kami nakasuporta. Thank you Robs for being with us tonight and good luck on your journey. Kayang-kaya mo yan. We're all praying for your crown.
Thank you po. Thank you. Bye. Love you all.
Bye!
Jay.
Yes, ayan na. Thank you so much for being with us today at sana na-enjoy ninyo ang aming stream with Gabby yesterday and Roby today. At next week, hindi ko pa po alam kung when, next queens naman natin, Binibining Pilipinas queens na sina Chelsea and Nicole ang ating makakasama. So antayin lang po ninyo sa aking socials. Follow me here and follow me here para updated po kayo kung kailan ang ating stream. And after that, meron pa rin po kaming, Oy Grachi, thank you, meron pa rin po kaming mga special guest dito. Pag natapos na natin ang mga Binibining Pilipinas queens. Kaya magpapahinga na ang aking red face. Medyo ano pa, parang may sting pa akong nararamdaman. Masakit pa yung face ko from the laser. Pero na-survive naman ng 1 hour. Hindi ko masyadong magalaw. For the walang facial expression. And thank you so much for being with us. Enrique Hill? Ano? Anong Enrique Hill? Ang random naman. Si Stacy, tatry natin. Try nating ipagsabay si Stacy and si Nicole Budol. Okay. But I am not making a promise. But we'll try our best. Oo nga, absent na naman si Griff. Hindi siya nag-reply sa akin buong gabi kagabi. Nag-message lang siya kaninang umaga. Nakasama niya ang aming manager kaya hindi siya naka-join kagabi. So baka may work din siya today. I am not sure. How about other Binibinis? Next week po, abangan niyo lang po yung announcement namin. Of course, we'll be having Chelsea and Nicole here as well. For sure. Yan. Na-schedule na rin po namin yan. Sa silang lahat, of course. Yung repeaters, we will try if ma-extend tayo para naman may mga guest pa tayo in the future, di ba? And thank you so much for being with us today. And abangan nyo na lang po kung kailan naming stream. Good night, everybody. Pahinga. Wow, Park Gion, may paletsyon. I know, Lechon Fest. Naku, mababash na naman tayo nito. Ito talagang mga hindi nakakaintindi. Good night! Bye!